Hello there, friends. Big changes are coming your way in 2025, and trust me, you'll want to be in the know. If you're a pensioner, these updates from the Department for Work and Pensions, DWP, could make a real difference to your day-to-day life. Whether it's a boost in your state pension, new benefits for carers, or a whole new approach to how benefits are managed, these changes are set to shake things up in the best possible way. Imagine waking up to more money in your pocket, or finally receiving the help you need for winter heating bills. Well, that's exactly what some of these changes are about. Plus, there are new rules for universal credit, better benefits for working carers, and exciting new opportunities for families who may be supporting elderly relatives. But that's not all. With 11 key updates set to roll out, it's crucial to stay ahead of the game. Whether you're looking to maximize your state pension, ensure you're getting all the benefits you're entitled to, or just make sure you're prepared for what's coming, we've got you covered. Some of these changes are set to give you more financial security and a little extra peace of mind. Others may require some small adjustments in how you claim your benefits, but don't worry, we'll break it all down for you. So, why wait? Let's take a look at these 11 key DWP changes and make sure you're ready for 2025. We've got your back, and together, we'll make sure you don't miss out on anything that could make life easier and more comfortable as we move into 2025. Some of the biggest changes to the benefits and pension system in the UK are set to take place. This will affect millions of people across the country, particularly pensioners who rely on state pensions and benefits to help them maintain a comfortable lifestyle. But don't worry, we're here to guide you through all the key updates, making sure you're aware of exactly what will be changing, what it means for you, and how to stay ahead of the game. So, let's dive right in. Let's start with one of the most talked about changes, the increase in state pensions. If you're receiving the new state pension, you're going to see an annual rise of £461 starting in April 2025. That's thanks to the triple lock policy, which guarantees your pension will increase based on inflation, average wage growth, or 2.5%, whichever is highest. In 2025, the increase will be based on wage growth, which is currently sitting at around 4%. For those on the old state pension, the rise will be £353 per year. This increase is going to make a significant difference in your budget, providing extra funds to help with everyday living expenses. However, it's important to remember that this is just one of many changes coming your way. The Department for Work and Pensions, DWP, has planned some adjustments to various benefits that could affect your financial situation, from universal credit to attendance allowances and everything in between. Let's take a closer look at each one, and break down how they are going to impact your life. First up, if you're one of the many pensioners who rely on benefits like universal credit or personal independence payments, PIP, you'll be glad to hear that these will also see a 1.7% increase starting in April 2025. This increase will be in line with inflation, so it's not huge, but it's certainly a welcome boost for households already managing the rising cost of living. Whether you're relying on universal credit, PIP, or child benefit payments, the increase will help ensure that you're able to cover essentials like food, heating, and bills. Now, for those of you who are carers, there's something even more exciting happening in 2025. The government has promised a series of reforms to make life a little easier for those who are looking after loved ones full-time. If you're in Scotland, you may already know that the government has been working on simplifying and improving carers' benefits. Starting in 2025, carers' allowance will see some key changes. One of the most important is that carers in Scotland will receive weekly payments instead of the current 4-week cycle. This is great news, as it allows you to plan your finances more effectively and have a little more flexibility in how you manage your income. Additionally, in April 2025, the earnings limit for carers' allowance will be raised. Currently, carers can earn up to £132 per week without losing their allowance, but this limit is set to rise to £96 per week, which is around £10,000 per year. This means that if you're working while caring for someone, you'll be able to increase your working hours and earn more without jeopardizing your benefits. This is fantastic news for those who juggle caregiving responsibilities with part-time or full-time work, and it's a change that many have been waiting for. While we're on the topic of benefits, another important change to note is that the Household Support Fund, which has helped vulnerable families and pensioners cover essential costs like food and utilities, will come to an end in March 2025. This is definitely a big change, and for those who've relied on this fund, it's important to plan ahead. Once the fund ends, you may need to explore other local support programs or benefits to ensure you're getting the assistance you need. If you've been receiving help through the Household Support Fund, keep an eye out for other ways you can get assistance after March 2025. Now, moving on to tax credits. If you've been receiving tax credits, it's time to make the transition to universal credit. This transition has been ongoing for a while, and the deadline to switch is getting closer. By 2025, the DWP will have completed the move, meaning that anyone still receiving tax credits will need to switch to universal credit. The government will be sending out letters in 2024, urging people to start the transition, and after the deadline, tax credits will no longer be available. It's crucial to make this change as soon as possible to avoid losing any financial support. If you're unsure about how to make the switch, there are plenty of resources available to guide you through the process. For many people, universal credit has been a lifeline, and this transition is part of the government's plan to simplify the benefits system. But for those who have been receiving tax credits for a long time, it can be a little daunting to make the switch. Don't worry, though, the DWP will be sending out guidance, and there will be plenty of help to make sure you're not left behind. One other important thing to note is that, starting in April 2025, there will be a deadline to top up missing national insurance (NI) contributions. If you have gaps in your national insurance record from 2006 to 2018, you'll need to act quickly to make up these contributions before the deadline on April 5, 2025. After this date, you won't be able to make up contributions for those years, so it's important to check your NI record now and fill in any gaps if you want to boost your future state pension. If you're unsure whether you have missing contributions, you can easily check your record online or contact the National Insurance Helpline for assistance. While some of these changes might feel like a lot to keep track of, there's good news too. Many of these reforms are designed to simplify the process of claiming benefits and provide greater flexibility in how people manage their financial support. Whether it's the increase in state pension payments, the transition to universal credit, or the boost in carers' allowance earnings limits, these updates are going to make life a little easier for many pensioners and those who rely on the support of benefits. One exciting development to look forward to is the funded childcare support for parents with young children. Starting in September 2024, parents with children aged 9 to 23 months will be eligible for 15 hours of free childcare per week. And by September 2025, that support will increase to 30 hours per week for children aged 9 months and up, until they start school. This change is going to be a game changer for parents who have struggled with high childcare costs. It's a move that will provide significant relief to families who are balancing work and childcare. However, it's important to note that this funding only covers the cost of childcare itself, not things like meals, nappies, or extra activities, so parents will still need to plan for those additional costs. Lastly, we want to touch on winter heating payments. If you live in Scotland, starting in winter 2024, there will be a new winter heating payment to replace the winter fuel payment for pensioners. This new payment is designed to help you cover heating costs during the colder months, and eligibility will be based on similar criteria to the winter fuel payment. The key difference is that this payment will be managed directly by the DWP, so it's important to keep an eye on official communications to make sure you don't miss out on this vital support. In closing, 2025 is shaping up to be a year of change and opportunity for pensioners and benefits claimants across the UK. From state pension increases to universal credit transitions, childcare funding, and carers' allowances, there's a lot happening, and much of it is designed to make life easier for you. But it's important to stay informed and act when necessary, whether it's transitioning your benefits, topping up your national insurance contributions, or simply understanding the changes that will affect your financial situation. We know change can feel overwhelming, but we're here to guide you every step of the way. By staying informed and being proactive, you can make sure you're getting all the support you're entitled to, and 2025 can be a year of financial security and peace of mind for you and your loved ones.